Did you know that nearly half of adults in the US have high blood pressure and most don't even know it? It's called the silent killer for a reason. It can damage your body for years without a single warning sign. But the good news is you can take control. In this video, we'll break down exactly why blood pressure matters, how it silently harms your body, what healthy targets should be, and most importantly, science-backed lifestyle changes that can lower and even reverse high blood pressure. So, let's get started. So high blood pressure isn't just a number on a monitor. It's the leading risk factor for cardiovascular disease and stroke, and it contributes to nearly half of all heart-related deaths in the US. In the US alone, hypertension was responsible for about 395,000 deaths annually, making it a bigger risk factor than smoking when it comes to cardiovascular disease. Globally, high blood pressure is the #1 preventable cause of death, responsible for nearly 9 million deaths per year. So why is a condition that is so easy to monitor, often preventable, be the #1 risk for early death? Most believe that it's due to this concept of high blood pressure being a silent killer. So unlike things like a heart attack or an infection that come with obvious warning signs, high blood pressure works behind the scenes. It damages your organs without symptoms until it's too late. This silent damage can lead to things like heart failure, kidney disease, strokes, and even blindness over time. So the key takeaway here is that the only way to know if your blood pressure is high is to check it. So if you haven't checked it in a while or haven't been to a doctor in a while, pause this video now, check it at home or at a local pharmacy. If it's over 130 over 80, then it's time to take action. So now let's talk about how exactly high blood pressure can damage your body. Think of your arteries like flexible hoses. If the pressure inside is too high for too long, then the holes will eventually weaken, stiffen, and even burst. And this is exactly what happens inside your body. So now let's go into the specifics of how high blood pressure can affect various organ systems. First off is blood vessel damage and strokes. So high blood pressure tears artery walls, which causes inflammation and plaque buildup, or a process called atherosclerosis. And this can increase your risk of heart attacks and strokes. Second up is heart failure. So your heart has to pump harder against higher pressure, and this causes thickening of your heart muscle, or left ventricular hypertrophy. And this over time can lead to heart failure. And you might think that if my heart muscle is thicker, then why do I get heart failure? Actually, when your heart muscle thickens like that over time, this can actually cause your heart walls to thicken. And this doesn't allow for the relaxation that is required when your heart fills with blood, which is an important step prior to your heart squeezing the blood into your circulation. And this is why this can actually cause heart failure. Number 3 is kidney failure. So your kidneys filter waste through very delicate blood vessels. So a high blood pressure over time can completely obliterate these blood vessels, and this will lead to kidney disease or chronic kidney disease, aka CKD. And number 4 is vision loss. So similar to the kidneys' blood vessels, the blood vessels in your eyes are also very delicate, so that high blood pressure will also wreak havoc and damage these blood vessels. And this leads to a condition called hypertensive retinopathy, and this can lead to blindness over time if not addressed. Key takeaway here is that high blood pressure isn't just a number. It can physically change your organs and often permanently. That's why hitting healthy blood pressure targets is crucial. So this brings us to part 4. What is a good blood pressure? So the guidelines say that a normal blood pressure is less than 120 over 80 millimeters of mercury. And millimeters of mercury is just the unit that we use to measure the pressure. So let's break this down further. So blood pressure is measured with 2 numbers. The top number, which is the systolic blood pressure, and the lower one is diastolic blood pressure. So the systolic blood pressure is just the pressure when your heart pumps blood out. And the diastolic blood pressure is the pressure when your heart relaxes in between contractions. So back to the chart, an elevated blood pressure is one where the systolic blood pressure is 120 to 129. Once we start hitting hypertension, it's actually divided into 2 stages, stage 1 and 2. Stage 1 is when your blood pressure is 130 to 139 over 80 to 89. And during this phase is when lifestyle modifications are recommended. However, stage 2 is when your blood pressure is greater than 140 over 90, and this is usually where medications are started to control your blood pressure. So if your blood pressure is greater than 130 over 80, it is time to make a change. And here is how you can do it, backed by science. So can you actually reverse high blood pressure? Yes, and science overwhelmingly supports this. So let's break down 4 evidence-based strategies for lifestyle changes that can drop your blood pressure naturally. Number 1 is to reduce your sodium intake. A 2017 study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that reducing sodium intake by 1 gram lowered blood pressure by about 4.6 points, which is about as much as some blood pressure medications. The action step here would be to check the nutrition facts on common foods you eat to check the sodium content, and try to target a sodium intake of less than 2.3 grams per day. And if you want more information of how to reduce sodium in your diet, check out this video here. The second strategy is to try the DASH diet. And this is arguably the most clinically proven way to reduce blood pressure through a diet. A randomized controlled trial showed that following the DASH diet lowered blood pressure by up to 11 points in just 8 weeks. The action step here would be to eat more fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and whole grains, and cut back on processed foods. Check out the link in the description box below if you want more information on how to try the DASH diet. This goes more into the specifics of what type of foods are comprised in the DASH diet, and also includes a lot of great recipes to try out. Number 3, exercise. Even 30 minutes will go a long way. A 4-month study on structured exercise found that moderate exercise lowered blood pressure by an average of 7 points. And again, this is comparable to medication. So aim for about 150 minutes of exercise per week. This can include things like swimming, walking, weightlifting, all of it will help. And number 4 is weight loss. And the key here is that even small changes can create a big impact. Losing just 5% of your body weight can reduce your blood pressure by about 5 points. So if you're looking to lose weight, start with small, sustainable weight loss goals. Even a 5 to 10 pound weight loss can make a huge difference in your blood pressure. And as a disclaimer, although all of these strategies are amazing, they should not substitute medical advice from your own licensed health professional. And don't ever make changes to your medications without guidance of your own doctor. We just covered a lot of life-changing information, but let's simplify it. So here is your action plan to lower your blood pressure starting today. Step 1, check your blood pressure. If it's over 130 over 80, it's time to take action. Step 2, reduce your sodium intake. Swap out processed foods for whole foods. And also, check out my video that I made about reducing sodium in your diet. Step 3, try out the DASH diet. Check out the infographic in the link in the description below for more information on recipes and what the specifics are in this diet. Step 4, move your body. So even 30 minutes a day will help to lower your blood pressure. And step 5, track your progress. Even small changes will add up fast. Alright, so that's a wrap. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned for more science-backed health tips. As always, have a happy and healthy rest of your day. Bye!